What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Night Studios with another quick update on kind of everything that's been going on. Sorry if you're hearing a bunch of static stuff. I'm not sure. I was readjusting my mic a little bit because it wasn't in the right spot. So, basically, quick update on everything kind of going on. I'm still not quite back. Our schedule is still a little bit chaotic still. I don't think I can consistently record right now. I'm probably thinking around another week. Maybe. Maybe less, maybe more. It just kind of depends on how things go. So short version, the dog's okay. Like, we're not putting him down or anything like that. But basically, kind of one of those, whether we had surgery or not, he's kind of going to have to just start slowing down. So, yeah, it's been a little chaotic and hectic because we're having to kind of readjust our everyday routines and stuff to kind of match his, normally I would play with him, normally he could just run upstairs and things like that, and the vet's kind of like, no stairs, no jumping on the couch, no playing. Maybe in a few weeks he can, take a walk or something like that. We're still getting kind of all the details squared away because it's fairly involved, but anyways, so the short version is I don't think we're going to have him have surgery because it would end up with a better result in terms of his mobility and pain levels and things like that if he could make it through the post-op and not hurt himself worse, which, just looking at the way my dog is, really don't think that's an option. So we're kind of letting him go as far as we're just going to let it heal. Well, I say heal, it doesn't really heal, but it gets better and more manageable, and then the vet's going to end up putting him on pain meds, and he's going to explain to us, kind of the time frames of he can do this point, he can do this at this point, But it sounds like the way this is going to go is he's going to just have to slow down, so it's going to be taking walks with him and stuff, shorter walks, but, I can't, it kind of stung a little bit that, I couldn't play with him and stuff anymore because the running around and twisting and turning on that knee is really gonna, not only do some damage to it still, but it's gonna hurt. So he was kind of like, yeah, no, that, and I asked him, I was like, could he do that if he had surgery? And he was like, probably not. And I was like, I'm not happy about this. But so in terms of logistics, the reason this is taking a little bit longer is because we still kind of have the grandparent issue going on. And so my parents are still kind of trying to check on them and make sure they're okay. And if my aunt needs help with them or she needs to go do something, they're switching with her and blah, blah, blah. But my mom has been watching the dog if I'm not around because he can't jump up on the couch and things that would hurt his leg. We bought him like a ramp to get up on the couch and stuff, so we're having to kind of retrain him to do that. And so things like that we're kind of just babying him and making sure everything's fine and keeping an eye on him and making sure he doesn't jump up or do anything crazy. And so somebody's been watching him. And so, if I'm free, aka not recording or not doing other things and I'm just kind of sitting around, it's fine. But if I was doing that, if I was recording and I was doing other things, then, my mom would have to watch him or somebody would have to watch him. And so with her schedule being hectic with the grandparents, it's just kind of been one of those, it's been one of those months where I think what happened, I'm hoping this is what happened, is 2018 just decided, you know what? 2017, we kind of drug out all this crap. You guys remember the bed bug situation and blah, 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 blah. It was all just drug out. It took months. I think 2018 just decided, you know what? Let's just pick a month and try and get it all out of the way at one time. At least, heaven forbid, I hope that's what happened. And I hope it's not just a, paradigm of that's just going to be the way the year is. I really hope that's not the case. I'm kind of gunning for the let's just get it all out of the way at one time. So anyways, in terms of the logistics of what that means for recording, we have to get to a point where either the dog is more self-sufficient and he's learning the ramp thing, he's not jumping up and down, he's doing his own thing, and I don't have to watch him, or I have to wait for everyone else's schedule to calm down to where they can watch him and I can do my other stuff. So we're kind of just babying it and seeing how it goes, and the better my grandparents go and the slower everything slows down, the more everything slows down, the more opportunity I would have to record and do other things. I mean, in all honesty, I could do it, but we're kind of all stretched thin doing a bunch of different stuff, so I don't want to be recording at 2 o'clock in the morning and then getting up at 7, to keep an eye on him while my mom has to go do something else, things like that. So, it's just, I thought about it. I really did. I'm recording this on Monday. I don't know when I'll actually upload this, but it was recorded on Monday, and I was really thinking about recording, like going back to Let's Play recordings on Monday. And it was like, they had to go do stuff and things like that, so nobody was going to be here. I had to watch him till noon or so, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing it yet. So it should be soon. It's just kind of waiting for everything to kind of, mellow out a little bit, and then we'll kind of see, basically, when you throw all the chips up in the air, where the chips fell, and then you can kind of get an idea of what the new norm is, type of thing. That's kind of where we're at the moment. We're trying, and like the dog's meds and pain meds and all that kind of stuff. There was a whole ordeal that I won't bore everybody with, but it was fun. After he had he does not do well with anesthesia. Every time I've had him sedated, like put under, there's just always something. It's either, stomach stuff where he's throwing up, or he's pooping all over things, or he's uncomfortable, or he's in pain. Like, he just doesn't do well with anesthesia, I'm learning, to where it's like, at this point, if it's like, we need to do this, do you have to sedate him? Yeah. Yeah. How much do we really need to do this? It's like, you when you say need, So anyways, that's kind of where we're at. We're working with the vet and stuff to kind of get a ballpark idea of how long does he have to be super laid up, and when can he start walking to burn off some of the energy that he has. What kind of pain meds is he going to end up on, and then making sure that he reacts well to all that and doesn't have any kind of side effects and things. So it's kind of just balancing him out and getting him set up to a new norm. And then my parents are kind of trying to make sure, basically the same thing with my grandmother, that everything's kind of balanced out and, she's okay. So the silver lining is everyone's doing okay. They're getting through it. They're getting there. My grandmother's recovering very well, considering everything that happened. I mean, she's still sore and hurts and stuff, but they cut her hip out and put a new partial one. I mean, that's not like, they stuck a needle in your arm and drew blood. That's like some serious surgical stuff. So she's kind of like, I don't know why I'm not better. And I'm like, well, have you thought about what they've actually done to your leg? 'Cause that was kind of intense. So, overall, though, considering everything that's happened, she's recovering very well. The physical therapists are happy with her. Her doctors are happy with her, all that kind of stuff. So it's something that just takes a long frickin' time to heal, because it was huge. And kind of the same thing with the dog. He's kind of in a similar boat where he's doing okay, and I think he'll get to a point where he adjusts and he gets comfortable with the new norm. But he just, like, I'm getting a lot of those looks where it's like, well, why can't I jump on the couch? Why can't I do this? I always was able to do it before, and stuff like that. But so yeah, it's tough. He's getting older. I told the vet that. I was like, I don't like kind of admitting that, because anytime you admit they're getting older, you admit that you're closer to, having to put them down or something like that. And that's just not something I don't think anyone really wants to, think about. I mean, it's kind of the rule of thumb for me, is if you don't mind thinking about that, like, yeah, at some point I'll just, it's like, you probably don't care enough about them to really have them. I mean, that's just me. I'm a really attached person to my pets. I don't do the whole, I have a dog, he lives in the dog house, and it's like 50 feet from the house out by the edge of the fence kind of. It's just not me. I just can't do it. I'm like, if I have a dog, I want him like on my lap, head in my lap, sleeping next to me in the bed. Like I'm just a dog person. So, it was tough. I mean, there was little things that crept up on me that I didn't think about, as the vet was explaining things. And I'm like, okay. Like, from a medical standpoint, I'm like, okay, yeah, we can work with that. I got that. And then, like, I got home and stuff, and it was like, oh, crap. I just realized what that meant. My bedroom's upstairs, so he can't go upstairs. Well, he can't lay on the bed with me anymore. And, the one that really hurt was when I was thinking, for some reason I was thinking, he can't play anymore. Okay, I got it. We'll still take walks. We'll do this. And something about a little while later when I got home, like it somehow got phrased differently in my head, and it turned into the last time I played with him was the last time. And that hurt. Like that was rough, because I was like, well, crap, I didn't think about that. You know, I was like, I wasn't done with that. That was fun. You know, so it's just little things like that. But the good part that my mom keeps reminding me of is she was like, you know, he's not dead. He's just getting old. So every time you think of that kind of stuff and it bothers you, it's like, well, go pet on him and go hang out with him while he's still, you know, able to lick your face and look at you funny and wag his tail, you know, kind of thing. So, you know, anybody out there that's listening to, that's watching this, that has dogs, I'm sure you get it. You know, it's just, they're dogs. They're just cute. They're lovey. They're little, you know, balls of furry love kind of thing, wrapped in a moment, every now and again, annoying package when they do stuff that you don't like, you know. On a more channel centric note, E3 happened while all this was happening, and it kind of ticked me off, because this is like the second or third fourth year in a row that I've not done any E3 coverage kind of thing. And I don't really cover things like a journalist, but like podcast or have discussions about it. And I really wanted to this year. I was really looking forward to it. And then all this happened like right on the weekend that happened. I didn't even know about it. Bass Player KG texted me and he was like, oh, so E3's going on. I'm like, I'm taking the dog into the vet. Crap. You know, it was like, so, I did watch all of the conferences and stuff. I just, you know, him and I got on Discord and we were talking and discussing about it when I had a free moment kind of thing and the dog was sleeping and stuff. But, him and I were both just so fried. I even asked him if he wanted to do like a podcast thing. He's like, no, not really. It's like, I'm tired. So I don't know for sure yet, but I may do standalone just by myself. I might just do a podcast, kind of like I'm doing right now. I may do an E3 podcast when I come back, you know, next week or a week from that, or whenever it ends up being that I come back. I don't really know what time frame it is. I don't think it'll be too much longer, because he's starting to settle into his new routine and stuff. So I don't think it'll be a real long time or anything like that. But I'd like to come back and do like an E3 talk kind of thing, because there was a lot there that I thought was really cool. Some of it just not my cup of tea or not my genre or something, so it was kind of like meh, you know. You know, if you're a huge what was it, Dance Off 2019 or FIFA fan or something like that, yeah, I'm probably not even gonna mention them. I mean, it's just, they're just not my thing. I mean, if you're into it, that's cool. But when I think of, you know, what new games are coming out, FIFA and Madden and all that kind of stuff, it's just not even on my radar. It's like, I don't even, now Fallout and Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, enough said. I don't know if anybody realizes this or not, because I've only ever done like a partial playthrough of Skyrim on my channel, but I am a diehard Elder Scrolls fan. It's one of my top 5 favorite franchises of all time, along with Metal Gear and a couple other things that I can't really think of off the top of my head, but I usually say top 5 because I know there's a couple in there, but Elder Scrolls, right up there. I mean, it is one of my favorite game franchises ever. So when Todd Howard made his little, you know, like that one that everyone asks about, you know, I was sitting in my room by myself, my eyes went wide, and I'm like, don't you screw with me. Don't you mess with my emotions, you know. And then they actually announced it, and I about lost my mind. Though I did get mad. They didn't give him a subtitle, so it didn't really tell you where it is. Though I'm thinking High Rock or Hammerfell. I'm still not really sure which one's more likely. Though I did read an article about it being possibly just like much, much bigger, because it's, you know, newer engine. It'll be like probably next gen, like PS5 gen type stuff, when it finally comes out. So they could just do like a Tamriel or a Cyrodiil or something like that. And may not actually have a Skyrim or something. Anyways, I'm getting off onto an actual E3 talk, but I may come back and do an E3 talk, or a podcast type thing. I'm not sure. I've also been playing a lot of Minecraft, mainly because I got it on my Switch, and since I've been downstairs with the dog and stuff, away from all of my equipment and all of my consoles and things, the Switch has been all but a literal godsend. I mean, it's been amazing to just be able to sit on the couch and play like Skyrim or an E3 Hollow Knight came out. I didn't know it, so I bought it, and I've been playing the crap out of it because it's Hollow Knight, which was amazing, and it's portable, which is even better. So yeah, I was playing a crap load of Hollow Knight and mainly Minecraft, though. I've been like getting lost in Minecraft lately. Enough that I started going back and watching Etho's Let's Play that I never finished, and I started that over again because it'll give me like tons of episodes to binge watch while I'm sitting with the dog. And I also got back on FTB Revelations, or FTB in general, but I picked the Revelations pack because it was the latest and greatest kitchen sink one. And I wanted to push it because I have a new system with new hardware, and I hadn't ever played Minecraft on it since I rebuilt my new one. So I threw in, I mean, it was FTB already, so it's got a crap load of mods and stuff loaded in that are just gonna, hurt your frames and whatnot, but I loaded in the mod packs, I loaded in Sphax pack, because that's like my favorite texture pack ever, and then I threw in shaders, because I was like, why not? Let's go crazy. And believe it or not, if I use the 64-bit texture pack, I couldn't do the 128, it was too low frames, but if I did a 64-bit texture pack, and I used more optimized shaders, I couldn't use Seuss, or however they pronounce it. I could, but it was closer to the 30 FPS mark. But there was some other one that I was using. I think it was, I can't remember. It's something similar to Seuss's though, but it runs a little bit smoother. So I had that one, I had the Sphax 64 pack, and I was running it like 55 FPS or around there, which is nuts. So I have to admit, when I come back and start doing recordings, I'm thinking I'm going to do an FTB series, because I've been jonesing to play FTB, and now that I'm playing it again, and I'm playing Minecraft a lot on the Switch and all that kind of stuff, like, I'm in a real big Minecraft mode. So I may take a look at the schedule while I'm kind of offline at the moment and not doing a lot of video content. I might reassess my schedule and stuff and look at when I come back what my episode schedules are going to be like and see if I can fit that in there or move anything around, because this is getting a little bit into the podcasty type of thing, but I've been kind of thinking I want to change up the schedule a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet, so don't panic if you think one of your favorite series that I'm doing is going to be canceled or something like that. But there's just been a lot of things I've been doing because I've been doing them. It's been like the routine, but I really haven't been feeling them for a while. And so I'm going to kind of reassess and see what I come up with. I wouldn't panic too hard. I'll probably do an actual update podcast video type thing about that, of those kinds of changes, maybe attach a poll to it, stuff like that, so that you guys can kind of throw your feedback in there. But feel free to comment on this one. Let me know if you want to see an FTB with Sphax pack and shaders and cool looking stuff. Because I really wanted to get into bees. That's what it was. I miss doing all the bee stuff and the gendistry where you can do genetic splicing and stuff. It's just a lot of fun. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and fit an FTB series in there. I may try and do a podcast, like a weekly podcast. I don't know. I've always liked podcasts where it was like more than one person. So I would usually try and do podcasts when Adrian Wannafly, Bass Play KG, Caden Red Pearl, one of them could kind of discuss things with me. But if you guys are interested in it, I may just do one myself that's more regular, that I can kind of just do at my own pace. That is a big truck that just went by. Sorry if you guys heard that. That was loud. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a single podcast just by myself, just so, because everybody's schedule's so crazy, it's been hard to get a hold of any of them. They haven't had, like, I don't think they've had, like, medical stuff like we've had going on with our family, but they've just had a lot of busy stuff. Bass Play was, I think, getting a new job. Caden's been swamped with work, blah, 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 blah. So we haven't really been able to get on online together and stuff. Partially why Dog Squad's not done yet is because we haven't been able to work together and get the audio done. Just fun little Easter egg in there. So yeah, the big things is I'm thinking about a podcast, maybe like a weekly podcast. I don't know exactly what it would be about. It'd be probably channel stuff, ideas, projects I'm working on, gaming news, stuff like that. I mean, I'm not going to get into political stuff and I'm just ranting about things in the world, because for me that's not what my channel was about. It was a gaming and entertainment kind of channel. So it'll probably be those kinds of topics, things that you see episodes and videos and stuff on my channel. Will probably be discussing things like that. So if that would interest you, let me know. And if you'd be interested in seeing a FTB series, let me know about that too. It would be a little bit different. I asked Baseplay if he wanted me to start a server, and like him and Adrian could jump on with me and stuff like that. And he said that he was I think it was the new job and stuff like that. He was kind of like, I'm doing like a single player Minecraft just for time killing, but I'm not really like wanting to take it too seriously kind of thing and stuff like that. And I said, okay, so if I did an FTB server, or not a server, a series, it would actually be new for me, because every Minecraft series I've ever done was always with the two of them. It was always a group multiplayer server kind of thing. So this would be the first series that I ever did from Minecraft that would be like single player. So it would be kind of different. It would be a little different. So if you're interested in that, let me know. If you're interested in a weekly podcast about gaming and channel type crap, let me know. Obviously, if I did a podcast, I might do one anyway just for E3, just for E3 conference type stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all that. I appreciate you guys hanging in there while all of life just decided to throw the table up and have all the pieces on the board go everywhere. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I will be back eventually. So I appreciate all the support and stick with itness in the meantime. But let me know what you guys think about those ideas in the meantime. I think we're going to wrap up this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.